Justin Gaethje leaves with the interim belt, Paddy leaves looking unbreakable, the division leaves fractured, and the part nobody wants to say out loud is this decision just lit a fuse that could blow up lightweight for years. And now I'm snapping you backward because you need to understand how a fight this violent, this messy, this borderline illegal turned into a legacy-altering verdict that already smells like unfinished business and buried secrets.
Obviously delivered in the main event, it's capped off with a war. Just give us your thoughts on Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett delivering a 5-round battle.
Yeah, I mean, what a couple. So Paddy Pimblett at the weigh-ins yesterday says, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out tomorrow. And I was like, that's interesting. And he never abandoned that game plan. Even when, he got dropped a couple times, I kept waiting for him. I'm like, he's eventually going to have to shoot and try to submit him. Now, I didn't know Paddy Pimblett had a chin like that till tonight. And, yeah, absolute dogfight and a war, and much respect to both guys.
The only choice. And I knew he wasn't going to quit. He's not a quitter. I've never seen him quit, never seen him give up. And luckily, I found some success early. Like I said, I was going to have to steal some momentum, and half of wrestling is stopping people from taking you down. And that's what I was best at. And so luckily I was successful tonight from keeping him there. I thought I grappled well. I was in his guard, in his guard a little bit. If I took my foot off the pedal for a second, he was on my ass. And he did a good job up to the last second. I really wanted to finish him. But I loved teaching him a lot. He said my face was not going to look the same after the fight, and his would look the exact same. So as soon as it was over, I was like, well, look at your face, motherfucker. It does not look the same. You cannot have that mentality when you come in there. He needs to accept the worst possible outcome, and that's how you perform the best, when the pressure's the
I know what I'm talking about. I knew Justin was going to win, but I will tell you guys, he won it in kind of a fluky way. There were multiple eye pokes, and he kind of did get him in the balls. But, chat, can I ask you guys a genuine question? And I'm not shitting on anybody. Do you guys really think either of them are going to beat Topuria? Come on. And I like both fighters, but, dude, I'm not going to lie, bro. Topuria is going to kill whoever. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It really does not matter. That's the problem. Dude, Topuria is it's going to be crazy.
They touched gloves and my stomach dropped because the way Gaethje marched forward wasn't aggression, it was intent. And Paddy's low kicks weren't defense.
We haven't seen Justin yet, so we don't know what his status is physically. But I mean,
Justin and made him
is
stumble.
the interim, is the unification fight have to be
not
next,
like
or is there a case
not
if he's
this
hurt
early.
and needs to be out
right
for a while?
There,
Apparently he's 100%.
Slipping sideways
we
that
sent
nobody
Paddy
was ready
Pimblett straight to the
name.
hospital,
Paddy
and we're
starts
going to send
landing
Gaethje
clean,
too.
body kicks
Gaethje's
thudding,
like,
right
believe me, I've been in plenty of wars. I'm
you
good.
can hear the air change
So,
when
as far
Gaethje
as we know
fires
right
back
now,
with
he's
that
healthy.
overhand, and suddenly chaos is driving. Because this isn't technique anymore. This is pride colliding with survival. And I'm telling you right now, someone in that cage realized too late they weren't controlling the storm anymore. Then comes the knee, then the uppercut, then the knockdown, and the way Justin chased it wasn't smart. It was feral, and when Paddy rolled and popped up just to get kicked back down again, I felt that cold realization hit, like, oh no, this is going somewhere dark. And if you think this was just a war, wait until you hear what almost derailed everything behind the scenes later. Gaethje starts throwing like a man who's decided defense is optional, ducking into uppercuts, eating shots on purpose, and that's when the eye poke happens. Blatant, ugly, undeniable, and the crowd boos the wrong guy. And I swear to you, in that moment something broke. Because controversies don't just appear, they grow teeth when someone benefits from confusion. Round 2 detonates and Justin is swinging so hard he's falling over himself while Paddy's uppercut is clockwork, bang after bang, and yet Gaethje keeps coming, ignoring pain like it's an insult. But listen close, because this is where whispers start, because people cage side saw something, and if it ever comes out, it reframes this entire round completely. Knees to the body, right hand snapping heads back. And that look on Justin's face when one finally lands clean isn't fear, it's calculation. And that scares me more, because fighters don't look like that unless they're choosing damage over safety, and when he forces Paddy down and starts diving through up kicks, I'm thinking this is seconds from disaster. Nobody can walk back. Paddy survives, barely, face torn up, blood everywhere, and the third round opens with him getting dropped again like the script wants him gone, but he pops up like nothing happened. And now Justin's volume dips just enough to matter, and I'm telling you right now, that dip, that tiny shift, is the crack everything else leaks through later. Leg kicks start chewing, jabs start landing, and then the knee hits the cup, accidental or not. It freezes time, and when they restart, Paddy looks fresher, sharper, and Justin looks annoyed in a way that makes bad decisions. And if you think that's coincidence, you're not watching closely enough. Championship rounds feel illegal to witness. Justin throwing everything including the furniture. Paddy's face a mess, but his counter's sharp enough to tax every entry. And the toughness is absurd, but toughness hides truth. And there's something about how this momentum swings that feels manufactured by exhaustion, not dominance. By the fifth, the crowd is feral. Power versus durability, and neither man willing to blink. And then another knee, another cup shot, and Justin collapses clutching as time dies. And I'm sitting here thinking, wow, this ending is going to age very weird once people start asking who knew what and when. The scorecards drop. 48 minus 47, 49-46, 49-46, unanimous Gaethje, and instantly my brain screams, wait, hold on, slow down. Because those numbers don't just decide a winner, they decide a story, and stories like this always come with footnotes. Nobody reads until it's too late. They're calling it Fight of the Year. Instant classic, and yeah, it was insane, but classics don't usually come with this many asterisks, this much controversy, energy humming under the surface, and I keep thinking someone is very quiet right now who shouldn't be, and that silence is loud as hell. You think this ends here with a belt and applause, but I don't, because divisions remember nights like this. Fighters remember fouls, commissions remember paperwork, and if even half of what I'm hearing is true, this result isn't settling anything, it's delaying an explosion. I can't shake the feeling that someone got away with something, that something was hidden in plain sight under blood and chaos. And every time I replay it, my gut says, nah, this isn't over, not even close, because the next update might flip everything you think you just watched. So sit with that discomfort, because while everyone celebrates, questions are stacking, resentment is fermenting, and lightweight right now feels like a pressure cooker with the lid barely holding. And if it blows, don't act surprised, because this fight didn't end, it just stopped being filmed.
You know, the emotions after the victory were obviously very clear in the cage, but I just wonder if you can kind of put it into words now, just how much that result meant to you and getting the win tonight.
Yeah, I felt like I took winning for granted for a while. I feel like I just never lost. Now coming off 2 losses, I was like, man, it really feels good to win. So I just, yeah, I don't usually get like that too. I usually after a win, I just kind of, you know, like I said, I just feel like I was always going to win. So after coming off those losses, I was definitely felt good.
not an easy fight, obviously, and you dominated the third round. First 2 rounds were a little tougher. What do you think was the key to having such success in that third round versus what played out in the opening 2 rounds?
Yeah, I feel like the first 2 rounds, like he took me down at the end of both of them, but he didn't really do anything. I don't know. I feel like I didn't even know I got hit. Tim said there was a video he hit me with like a left hook, but I just feel like I didn't even take any damage other than inflicting, damage on myself from kicking him and stuff. But yeah, I feel like I won every round as far as damage goes, but I'd have to go back and watch it.
Yeah. The way the judges had it, they had you winning round 1 and round 3 obviously was clear. I know after the fight was over, I saw you're walking around, you're like, hey, that's my fight. I won that. That's my fight. Was that you kind of like hoping and thinking, or did you know for sure? You felt confident?
Again, I didn't feel like I got hit. Like, so in my head at the time, I must have got hit once or twice, but I really didn't feel like I got hit.
G versus Topuria, it's probably going to be a crazy fight also, most likely.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be interesting. I think that Ilya hits like a truck, and so does Gaethje. And I think if Gaethje prepares properly and gets ready for this fight, it should be a fun one.